fade the microphones down, and I'm going to play one of their songs.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Would you like to hear a little bit of it? This is them doing Clocks. I was just wondering whether you'd like to hear it. If you say no, it doesn't matter. I can edit this whole bit out.
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
No. Okay. Fine. I can do that. Right. That's fine. I'll cut that out. Which member of the band's opinion counts for most? Who has the final say? And also, have you ever come to blows over any issues? I mean, actually, fisticuffs.
It's funny you should ask that.
Will threatened you once, didn't he?
Will did. Well, I think all of you have threatened me at some point.
I don't think I've ever threatened.
I take the credit for being the only band member who everyone else has threatened to hit.
Make of that what you will.
Well, that's just the curse, you know. Singers tend to be really quite annoying people within, you know, it's fine to spend 20 minutes in an interview with them, but I think if you asked, you know, they're infuriating. but well, there's four of us, us three and Will, and then there's Phil, our fifth member. Does he have the final say?
Well, his opinion's quite often the best one to listen to, I think, because he sort of steps in and steps out, and when we sort of get lost and say we're in the studio working on something or we're not sure how well it's going, he can step in and tell us if it's good or bad, and he's got the sort of objectivity that we sometimes lose, so his opinion is definitely very important.
He's like the casting vote, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because there's five of us, you see, so it means that every vote is always won by somebody.
See, that's what I was thinking when I sort of came up with that question. I was like, well, someone's going to have the final say.
No, nobody has final say.
But then this guy helps swing the vote either way,
Phil
and then
does,
you go with the majority.
You know, some of us present very convincing arguments, but if someone doesn't want to do something, it doesn't happen generally.
What's the hardest song to play live?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Although you say that, we did a gig in a hot air balloon in Switzerland with Newton Faulkner.
Right.
He can only play that on an acoustic guitar.
Get the fuck
I
out.
swear to God.
That guy's guitar playing is
I
ridiculously
swear to God,
good.
I have never seen anything like it in my entire life.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
And it's actually, I've got a copy of it here.
Really?
We can hear it. We'll finish the show and then you can hear it.
Yeah, great.
Because I mean, obviously, it's not as good, but it's still pretty good. And to watch him do it, because he plays quite kind of weird.
It's beautifully played.
Yeah, and it was nice doing it in a hot air balloon.
Is that really what you did?
We did it 4,000 feet above the Swiss Alps. It was great.
My God,
beautiful.
that sounds amazing.
Why didn't you do that with us?
Well, we can't get five of you in our hot air balloon, can
Get
you?
a big one.
Get a big cask.
Get Richard Branson involved.
Yeah. Don't make it-
Come on, it's
That's a
Virgin.
whole other story.
Doesn't he own the station? Okay. Doesn't he? Why is that? Doesn't Chris Evans own it?
No, do you know he bought a Ferrari for 5.5 million
Yes,
quid
I
the
did
other day?
hear that, but that was like well over double the sort of expected price.
Ridiculous. I want to play Strawberry Swing.
Oh, great, okay.
Tell me a little bit about this record, because I like this song a lot.
Oh, great, man. Well, the song Strawberry Swing is inspired by this two things. One is a band called Tenari Wen, this African band, and another is a band called Delakota, who in the mid-90s had a song called The Rock, which we really loved, and no one really knows it. So the two things combined to... And obviously it's a bit of a Beatles tribute in the title, you know.
It's a beautiful record, so let's play it. This is Strawberry Swing, which is track 9 on Viva La Vida. Nearly done, Kev.
No hurry, man.
Right, that is Strawberry Swing on the new album Viva La Vida. That is Strawberry Swing from the new album Viva La Vida, which is coming out on Thursday. This is Ben. The band are here. My favourite members of the band are here anyway. You still get starstruck. Because as I said earlier on the whole shirt business, kind of nervous meeting. I would say my two favourite bands in the world are the Rolling Stones and Coldplay. And I've interviewed the Rolling Stones a couple of times this year, and Mick a few times as well, separately, and I kind of get nervous for that. Because you want to do it justice. You know when you meet someone you like and you admire, you want to do it justice. And obviously I've got a job to do here as well, so I want to do that justice. But I'm just kind of intrigued as to who you would get starstruck by.
I was particularly starstruck by Ronaldo.
Yeah, you were, that's true. And what's the other guy? Was it Figo?
Luis Figo. Yeah.
You and Will were like little kids.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Well, they came to our gig
Portugal.
in Madrid.
Oh, Madrid, I'm sorry.
When they both played for Madrid. And That was that was great.
Yeah, you really were. I find that I get like respect struck, if you see what I mean. It does. Fame doesn't really mean so much as if I think someone's brilliant, I get a bit nervous and a bit.
I think that's the same thing with me. You see famous people sort of all the time. But if it's someone you really admire, someone whose work you think is great, whether that's an artist or a movie star or a musician, you just want to go, wow. You want to tell them how great you think they are, but you don't want to sound like an idiot.
Yeah, but you know what? I learned something the other day, which was if you think someone's great, you should always just say it. And there's a nice way of saying it. Because I went through a period of thinking, I won't say anything to Stephen Fry if I bump into him because he doesn't want to hear it. But then I thought, actually, that's nonsense. Because I got to meet him the other day and I'm very starstruck around him. But it made me happy to say, I think you're great and thanks for all the pleasure you've given me. So, you know?
Well, there's
what do you get starstruck by?
Just trying to think. I haven't really.
You're not impressed by that much, I've got to say.
Guy doesn't care about anything.
I remember we. Well, I didn't really get to meet him, but I remember we were watching James Brown and that.
That's true.
Where was it? In Japan. And a big fan of his, and I remember just being mesmerised at the side of the stage watching him. But yeah, I don't think anyone stops being starstruck or respect struck or anything like that. I just think it's one of those things. I think if I met Mick Jagger, I would definitely be, a little bit.
He's so
quiet.
cool, so cool.
Have you met Kylie?
I've never met Kylie.
See, she makes you feel starstruck, I think.
See, given the choice, I'd rather go for Danny.
For Danny?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Danny. I don't know why. I think Kylie's work is, infinitely better, but maybe it's just a sort of a
well,
lust.
They're both very beautiful.
A lust thing for me personally.
Have you ever met Beyonce?
Never met. No, I have. Yes, when she did the Austin Powers movie.
Right. See,
it frightened me that she was 19 as well at the time.
Yeah.
Dangerously young.
She makes me starstruck, for sure. But only because she's so talented, it's ridiculous.
Listen, we got to go.
Where you got to go?
Well, we got to end the show.
What?
We got to go.
I thought this was an all-night one.
We could carry on all night, see the morning through.
Why don't we come back in 6 months and tell you how it's all going?
I'd love to. We should do the show from the bakery.
Why not?
Yeah.
That would be a good idea, because I've seen...
What about a hot air balloon above London?
That would be nice.
Above the bakery?
With one of those balloons owned by Richard Branson, of course.
Yes, who does no longer own your radio station.
And finally, before we go, the big question, and this is the question from my wife. What is your favourite CSI spin-off? Do you go for Las Vegas every time, or is it Miami? Miami's a glorified Baywatch these days,
David Caruso.
Yeah, but all he does is take his glasses on and off.
I feel I'm missing out on this programme.
You don't
I've never watched
CSI?
it.
I watched Katie and Peter the Next Chapter.
That I like. Glamour Girls on BBC Three is quite good as well. Have you seen that?
I'm sure it is, but have you seen Katie and Peter the Next Chapter?
That's Sky Plus, yeah, at home. We do like that.
Okay. What's Glamour Girls about?
Names on
Is the clue in the tin?
It's the Ron Seal of BBC Three.
Ron Seal Woodstone.
Yeah.
All right. Got that advertising work, didn't it?
Yes, so many jokes going through my head. Listen, choose one more song from the album that we haven't played and tell me a little bit. You know now, you caught on, well done. Ping! What should we play?
What are we choosing?
A song from your album?
Oh.
Can't we choose a song of someone else's album?
No, because that kind of defeats the object of this hour.
No, it doesn't. Does it? Okay, the song I would like to choose off this album is called Crazy in Love.
All right, well, how about we do...
We've played... You choose then.
Cemeteries of London. Tell me about that.
Guys, good on that.
I can't tell that story again. Can't you come up with something?
Well...
It's our attempt at a song with a title like The Smiths. We wanted a song which we thought Morrissey might have titled. So that's what we came up with.
Intrigued. Let's play it. We gotta go. Guys, thank you for...
Ben, thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Sorry to cut you off.
Love to see you. I love having you on.
We honestly, it's been a true pleasure.
We love to be here.
Thank you. This is Cemeteries of London. Buy the album on Thursday. It is called Viva La Vida. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.